Welcome and good morning. This is part 2 of the inventory. We are doing freezer inventory. I am in my garage and it is very cold out. I am going to look through my freezer and see what we have. I do have convenient foods. I am human. I do buy them. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I don't have my rings on. I'm going to have to go find them. I probably took them off to do something like dishes or cleaning something so they don't fall down the drain. Anyways, I do buy convenient items. I'm human. We all have those. I don't feel like to cook. So, yep, I have frozen pizzas. And then I get home and I'm like, I'm going to cook anyways. So they stick in my freezer until I have another day I don't want to cook, and I pull them out and we eat them. I also have corn dogs, and you'll see. We have fries, we have, stuff like that. We'll use them when we get there. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Samantha. We have a family of 3. It is my son, me, and my husband. We are a small budget, small family, small budget. That's the name of my channel. I wanted to make this channel so that way people could see how small budgets work with a small family. Our average budget is $180 to $250 a month. It goes up and down, so it's anywhere between $150 to $300 a month. My husband works full time at fast food. I am a substitute teacher that's on and off because of the coronavirus, and I work at a Dollar Tree part-time. I also started a third job, which is only opening up a fast food joint for 2 to 3 hours in the morning for 2 days a week. So I only get about 5 hours a week. It is around my busy schedule when I do start subbing some weeks. So, yeah. I'm going to switch around and do inventory. I will fast forward through some of it. I will talk about a couple of things and show you individual items, like what's in my door, so you can see, and yes, some items might surprise you that are in here, and some might not, and I'll explain along the way. So down here is going to be more of my convenience items. Like I said, I'm human. Don't kill me. Yeah, my dogs. Money gather. My dogs. He's like, what? What did I do? That's my little Dutch hound. So, a lot of convenient items. We're all human. We all buy them. And we all have days that we don't feel like cooking and we pull them out. It happens. And there's a couple more. I already showed the popcorn chicken on one of my meals. We use those for KFC bowls. So, don't be surprised there. My husband eats the pizza rolls. And then nobody eats the fish but my husband. I don't like fish unless it's tilapia. I haven't bought that in a while. And my son doesn't like fish at all. So we buy these, and when they go on sale, I buy a lot. And then if you see these yellowish things, this is actually milk. This is what milk looks like when it's frozen. This is a half gallon with the 2 jars together. I buy a whole gallon because it's cheaper. It's only 20 cents more than a half gallon because we only go through a half gallon every 2 weeks roughly. If I buy a gallon and I don't freeze half of it, it will go bad. So I just freeze half of it, and then we'll pull out one until it's about this much left, and then we'll pull out the other one and we'll shake it up and let it thaw out, and that's how we use it. So, this is my door. Like I said, there's another convenient item there. We have to live too, Alright, so I'm going to let you guys sit to the side and you can just see me do inventory. So some things, as you can see, got rearranged. You see a big clearing there now. Put all the vegetables that were there into that back bin so I know where they all are. And that'll be my carrots, my celery, onions, and peppers. Not all of them, because I had a lot of peppers from the summer. And then I got all my corn in this bottom corner. So, rearranged a couple things. But, okay, I wanted to show you guys this. Because you might not know this. You can freeze your leftover frosting. So this is leftover from a birthday or I don't remember when. And I'm going to pull it out because we're planning on doing Christmas cookies later this week with my son. So I pulled it out so I could have it thawed out and cold, warmed, not cold because it's already frozen, warmed, and that'd be good. Let's meal plan a little bit for next week. Actually, we're gonna go this way. So maybe I'll do this. So we're gonna meal plan for next week. This is my pantry inventory. Already, I know that I only have one Pop-Tart left of my son's kind. He only eats strawberry. We only get it at Aldi's because there's absolutely no red dye in it. He has ADHD, so we are very strict of finding no red dye except for around holidays. We let him have some red dye candy. Like once a week, he'll have a cheat meal. Or not a cheat meal, but a cheat snack. Sweet dessert, whatever you want to call it. And once a week, he'll get one piece of candy that has red dye in it. Otherwise, he's pretty much a no red dye kid. I look at all labels, and I love all these because they do not use red dye. They do not use any dyes. They use vegetables as their dye. They use beet juice. They use carrot juice. They use seasonings like turmeric to make their items. So I need Pop-Tarts because all I have left, he's got one package left of Pop-Tarts. He does not eat Pop-Tarts all the time. It's like once a month that he might eat a Pop-Tart. Like he had it this morning. He had like 3 bites and he was done. So it lasts us all quite a long time. And I have my brown sugar in there, but he won't eat it. The last ketchup bottle that we have is in the fridge, so there's none in our pantry. So I need to pick up ketchup. There's no barbecue sauce, and if you've seen any of my leftover dinners this week, I used a lot of barbecue sauce this week. And none in the pantry means there's actually none in the refrigerator either, because what's in the refrigerator has like this much in each bottle. And my mayo, there's half in the fridge and none in my pantry. So they're automatically on my grocery list because we took them out of the pantry. So they need to go in my fridge. We took them out of the pantry to go in the fridge. So they're automatically put back onto my grocery list. So I keep this on my fridge. And then when we take it out of the pantry, we write it down. So that way I can pick them up when we take the last item out of the pantry. Now, if it's for things that we don't use often, then it's not a big deal. But if it's like the condiments that we use a lot, then it needs to be done. Also, milk is the same way. If we have a half gallon of milk, it's fine. If we have only about this much milk, then it needs to be put on the list. Because we only use a half a gallon of milk a week or every 2 weeks. So, to save money that way, I'll have a different video on that. Oh, let's see if I can make meals. I'm actually thinking about tearing this. No, I'll just write the meals on here. because it's just going to be easier to go through it. So I already know in my freezer I have a freezer meal of chili. I have a freezer meal of the potato, corn, ham chowder. Now this is the week before Christmas, so I need to make up at least 5 days of meals because I do not cook on Saturday. I go to my daughter's house and she cooks. And then Sunday, sometimes I'm home. And it's just a fend for yourself night because I'm not always home on Sundays. So don't plan for Sundays. If we're happen to be home on Sunday night, then I just dig something out of the fridge or freezer to make quickly. Sometimes we have tacos, sometimes we have sloppy joes, sometimes it's just a quick meal. I also have pulled pork as a freezer meal. So keep that in mind. So I'm not going to make those items this week. I also am not going to use those up this week. Unless it happens to snow, then I'll probably sub in chili for one of our meals. So, meal 1. Also in my freezer, I know I have pork chops. We have ground beef. We have chicken breast. Now this is just dinners I'm planning, because lunch is just me and the little man. So I just make stuff for lunch. So it's not usually a planned lunch thing. What else meat-wise do I have in my fridge? Oh, I have bacon. And there is a beef roast. And in my fridge, I know I have carrot. Probably I just got tired of looking at them in the fridge and they got thrown in there. So my first meal, now these can be moved around during the week to figure it out. But my first meal, I'm just going to put the beef roast with potatoes and carrots. Okay. Now we will have a lot of leftovers with that, and I will freeze the leftovers because we won't eat it again right away. The second meal, go in by my pantry. That alone doesn't take anything out of my pantry. It takes the roast out of my freezer, the carrots out of my freezer. Oh, yeah, it'll take the canned, where is it? The canned potatoes. It'll probably take the canned potatoes out of my pantry. So let me highlight those with it'll take the canned potatoes out. Because I'm going to save my fresh potatoes for me eating the pulled pork on potatoes and use the canned potatoes. Just so I can use up the canned potatoes. Usually I roast the canned potatoes, but this time I want to use it in the meal. Because they've been hanging around and I want to get rid of them. Oh, I forgot I had hot dogs in the freezer too. One night we can have hot dogs with the hot dog sauce or the chili as on top. My husband likes that. I'm not the biggest fan. My son rather have just ketchup on his. But we can do that with veggies and fruit on the side. Now, these are not necessarily Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I will plug them in depending on my schedule. It's just a meal plan in general. We have not had peach pork chops in a while, and I have peaches, canned peaches. So my peach pork chops was a chop challenge by my kids and husband, and I'll have to leave the recipe, or I'll video it, one of the two, and tell the story of it when I do that. So we're going to do peach pork chops this night, and Matt takes out one of the peaches out of here, and we can have probably green beans with it. My cut green beans to go with it, with green beans. And then we'll probably have either potatoes or a noodle as a side, because I have some noodle-ronies. I also have regular noodles, and I can make mac and cheese. I do also have mac and cheese in the cupboard. So it will either be potatoes or mac and cheese. Just so we have that. So number 4. And when I do leftovers, I don't put the peach sauce with the pork chops when I combine them. I don't combine them. When I put them in my freezer, I leave them separate. Usually there's no peach sauce left to even do leftover peach sauce, and we have pork chops left. So I could always do something with the pork chops for a leftover meal. I think 4, I am going to do crock pot. Yeah, might help if I can actually spell. Sorry, y'all. Crock pot chicken. I lost train of thought. What's it called? Chicken what? Oh, Parmesan. Chicken parm. Noodle. I call it noodles. So if we have noodles here, we'll probably have potatoes there unless I put it somewhere else. And that's 4. I need a 5th one. Anyways, that will take out 1 can of crushed tomatoes, or 2. And then I season it up with salt seasonings, which I did not inventory. So I'm pretty sure I have everything in the house for that. And then I'll take the chicken, tomatoes, cheese. He barked when I said that. Onions, garlic, seasonings. I think I have everything in the house for that. So, my grocery list might need more oregano. Hello. So my phone died on me. I believe this is where we left off, even though I made the rest of the meal before I realized it died on me. So the fourth meal is crock pot chicken parm noodle, and we'll have garlic bread with that. So garlic bread, and I'll homemade that. If you want to know how I make garlic bread, I'll leave a link down in my video for that. When you just hit the little arrow thing. And then 5, there's no more room here, so I'm going to write it here. So I'm just going to move it this way. 5, let's do grilled chicken nuggets. And we'll just do fresh veggies and fruit. Wow. Yep, people, I can't spell. Fruit. There's an R there. And that will make up my 5 meals. So, let's see here. To make up my fresh vegetables for the week, we are going to do cucumbers, so cukes, and then we're going to do mushrooms. We already have carrots in the fridge that we can use with it, because I'll be using the frozen carrots for my beef roast, so that's perfectly fine. And for the grilled veggies, we won't use anything off of my pantry, so there won't be anything for me to highlight out. So this is just how I do a week's plan if I'm not going to do a big one. And it's just a week's plan. I will do a whole... Now, this is, like I said before, this is just a week's plan just to have 5 meals planned out. This does not say what day it is. So if you're one of those people that goes, I can't menu plan because we don't stick to the same thing, because I never know what I want, I'll show you how to do that too. Because sometimes we are in that mood also. So this is how I week plan, and I usually do this. But there are times when I do it the other way too. So this is my grocery list. So I have Pop-Tarts, ketchup, barbecue sauce, mayo, oregano, cucumbers, and mushrooms. Now, that doesn't mean I'll stick to all that. There's always something that I'll end up thinking, oh, I have to pick up that. And I might just pick up Christmas items too. Because it's 2 weeks before Christmas. Well, 1 week before Christmas, to tell you the truth. A week and a half, because I'm doing this video Friday before Friday. Christmas is going on a Friday, so 2 weeks before Christmas, yeah. So, but this is planned out for the week. The whole week before Christmas is going to be this meal that we're going to be eating. So, unless something happens and things change, which life happens. So, hope if you like this video, go ahead and do a thumbs up. Put a comment down below for me. Hit the subscribe button and a notification button. Thank you and have a wonderful day.